And welcome everybody to a bonus video of Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine. In the last video, we pretty much finished up the game and we got all 120 shine sprites in the game, so we pretty much 100% of the game. And today we're going to be taking a look at, this bonus video is going to be kind of odd and all over the place because I'm going to be kind of going over stuff I didn't mention in the Let's Play. I thought was kind of interesting, and stuff like, you know, like stuff I found out and all this other stuff, as well as stuff I missed in general. First things first, let's load up our completed file because I kind of want to go over the stuff we unlocked for beating the game, because you do get something for beating the game. So, as everything is, everything's all fine and dandy in Delfino Plaza. Everybody's okay. We got all the shine sprites back. Everything's all hunky-dory and everything else. But upon beating the game, and you don't have to get 100% of the game, if you remember me talking to this guy gave you sunglasses, which kind of dimmed the game's brightness a little bit. Well, if you beat Bowser, this isn't a 100% thing, this is just beating Bowser, so beating the game in normal. We talked to him, he says, "Hey, sunshades alone will cut it for you." Nope. You also need one of my custom tropical shirts. Here you go. Oh my. I haven't seen anyone look good in my gear in ages. Come see me again when you want to return them, okay? Yeah, your reward for beating the game is some sweet duds. Yeah, Mario has not only shades, but he has a sweet, like, you know, tropical jacket and stuff like that. This is kind of a neat reward for beating the game. I really like the cosmetic change for Mario. I really like this outfit myself. I mean, the dimness kind of makes it hard to see things because, I mean, yeah, it's got the filter on it and everything else, but I thought it was pretty cool. This outfit is not this only time that this outfit has appeared in Mario's games. This outfit also appears in Super Mario Odyssey. It's also a costume you can buy at the shops with the purple coins in that game. So you can get this outfit. It's kind of also in that game too. But this is kind of a decent reward for beating the game. I kind of wish they would have given you something else besides the post. Yeah, for completing the game for 120 shine sprites, all the work that you did to get all the game, all the shine sprites in the game, they just give you a postcard at the end of the game. That's kind of silly when you really think about it. But that's not all the other things I kind of wanted to show off in this game. I mentioned, I think, a long time ago, I was like, I'm gonna go over locations where flood boxes are with nozzles and stuff that I missed in other worlds, and I kind of combed over everything, and I already showed you guys where all the boxes were. I didn't really think I was going to, but I ended up actually doing so in the videos in myself, so I really don't have to show you guys anything else. There's some nozzles in the worlds that you don't get. Like, I know there's no turbo nozzle, rocket nozzle in Serena Beach, for example. There's nothing in there, as well as, like, I don't think there's a turbo nozzle in Pianta Village, so you don't need to worry about getting those things. But, like, as for all the other nozzles, I have showed you where all the locations are in the game at some point in the adventure, so we've already unlocked all the nozzles. Now, I kind of want to go over something. I'm going to go pull up the map here. This is kind of cool little thing in here I didn't really get the chance to show off on the map here. We can, of course, look at our totals here with the shine sprite symbol. We click on that, it shows off our shine sprite totals and everything else. But if you look over here and you kind of like hover over one of the levels here, we'll go to Bianco Hills. If you push A, it gives you a description of the worlds itself. So Bianco Hills says, this lush community of villas is located at the foot of Corona Mountain. Its famous windmills spin peacefully in the gentle breezes. Let's take a look at Delfino Plaza if I can get my cursor on it. Delfino Plaza, as well as a map on the thing. I even like the Mario 3 life counter for Mario's position on the map there. Tourists get off the ferries here in Isle Delfino's largest city. Attractions include the Shine Gate and the Grand Pianta statue. The Delfino airstrip, I think, has one. It says a simple airstrip built on the small islet of the islets of the waters near Delfino Plaza. Access to the mainland is via small boats. Yeah, you can see that for instance. Let's go to Rico Harbor here. Isle Delfino's port city is home to some boats of all sizes and thriving tourist trade. The fish market has the freshest seafood for miles around. As well as I got a picture of blooper there. I always thought that was funny. Alright, let's get Gelato Beach. Gelato Beach is the Isle's largest beach sprawls under the perfect blue skies. Have a swim, enjoy a famous smoothie, and bask in the glow of the Shine Tower. Alright, so let's go to Pina Park, because that was World 4. Pina Park. This park boasts everything from a roller coasters to the clam cups. The view from the Ferris wheel is magnificent. See, it even has like all the attractions and stuff like that on the map. I always love that artwork. And then there's Serena Beach. Serena Beach is the gentle lapping of the sea, accompanies spectacular sunsets and romantic dinners beneath starry skies. The 4-star Hotel Delfino has it all. Oh, it's not a 5-star, huh? Alright, so let's go to Noki Bay. Noki Bay, it even has the attractions there too. Steep cliffs in the seabeds are what the Nokis call home. The huge waterfall and three soaring towers resonate in the mystic history. And then finally, well, we got a couple things. Pianta Village. Pianta Village says the ancestral home of the Piantas was built in the giant tree as protection against wild beasts. Giant mushrooms thrive beneath the village. And then finally, Corona Mountain. Corona Mountain even has like a little map inside the volcano. The hot spring at the foot of Isle Delfino's mountain is relaxing, but the lava caves which opened into Plaza are forbidden for public safety. I wonder why. It's not like it's like, oh yeah, you could go inside an active volcano. But that's not the only thing on here that we can kind of look at. If we go over to the picture of the Pianta and we click on that, they'll give you some information about the Piantas. Piantas, the mountain people. These mountain folks are strong, sociable, and curious. The trees on their heads provide relief from the island's heat. Man, I wish I had a tree on my head that could provide shade all the time. And then if we come over here to the seashell and click on it, it'll tell you about the Nokis. Nokis wear vibrant seashells reminiscent to the time living in the coral reefs. They are timid but highly intellectual. I always like Nokis. And then I think if we click on the sun, yeah. It says, Origin of Power, Shine Sprite. The revered symbols of Isle Delfino normally gather at the Shine Gate. Their collective power sustains the island. And I think that's all the things we can kind of click on here in the map here. One little tidbit about the levels in Isle Delfino that I kind of wanted to talk about, I thought was kind of interesting, is the fact that, well, Isle Delfino is shaped like a dolphin. Well, that is in reference to the fact that the code name for the GameCube the console that this game came on was called Project Dolphin. So that's where this reference is, where the shape of the dolphin comes in. But all these names, like, I wouldn't say all of these because I don't think Noki was one of them, but like majority of the names of the levels here are Italian. Yeah, they're all Italian. So like Delfino Plaza, Delfino is Italian for dolphin. So it's like Dolphin Plaza. Bianco Hills, Bianco is Italian for white. So this translates to White Hills. Rico is Italian for rich. So this is Rich Harbor. Gelato Beach, gelato is Italian for ice cream. So this translates to Ice Cream Beach. Serena Beach. I'm trying to remember what that one is. Sorry, I had to go look it up. Serena Beach is translates to Mermaid Beach. Mermaid is Serena in Italian. And Pina Park, it translates to Fin Park. It makes sense because it's on the fin of the dolphin. I just now got that. Fin Park. So Noki doesn't translate to anything because Noki is, I think it's just based off the Nokis. Pianta, I know it's Pianta people, but Pianta Village translates to Plant Village. Piantas are actually Italian for plants. So yeah, that's kind of cool that a lot of these, and Corona obviously is Spanish, or not Spanish, but Italian for hot mountain. So I think that's what it means. Pretty sure. A quick Google search after I said it, but Corona I think is translated to crown, actually, not hot. But yeah, Corona is like Crown Mountain, which kind of makes sense. So like that's all the kind of like little info about the island itself I thought was pretty interesting. So enough of being on the menu here. There's a couple things in the level itself I haven't really talked about. Bianco Hills, there's not really anything I want to talk about. But Rico Harbor, there's something I didn't really, I mean, it's a minor thing, but I might as well go ahead and show it off. Okay, here in episode 8 of Rico Harbor here, if we come up to the airstrip where we fought Gooper Blooper, and like I just said, this isn't a really big thing, but I didn't really get a chance to show off. There's a guy with a plane, and we come over here and talk to him. He says, "Leisure's a big part of my life, my boy, but so is work. It's about time for me to head back to my private helicopter. As for you, keep up the good work. You're a spunky one." I really like the fact that he's got, like, you know, if you look at his head right there, you can kind of see his shine sprite on his little captain's hat and everything. I don't know, this Beyonce always just kind of always made me like chuckle after just looking at him. He's like, "Man, you're a rich dude." No wonder it's called Rich Beach in Italian. But yeah, that's pretty much, I wanted to show that off. I just thought that Pianta looked cool. Now, skipping Gelato Beach, because there really wasn't anything in Gelato Beach I needed to cover, we're gonna go over to Peanut Park real quick. Because there's one thing I didn't show off that I thought that I probably should have at some point. If we pull up episode 8 of Peanut Park, we didn't actually go to the beach here, but I should mention there's something changed about the beach in episode 8 of Peanut Park here. You might see these enemies here. These enemies are kind of weird. Let's talk to this Donkey real quick. The Donkey says, "Sunflower was able to keep the child safe and sound. Now the child will surely grow up and be big and healthy." Okay, well, you're not saying anything interesting, but oh, good for your child, though. These enemies, I don't know what these enemies are called, but these enemies are brand new, and they kind of have like a weird mechanic. If they attack you, they take Mario's hat. And it's kind of weird because it kind of is reminiscent of Mario 64 with a certain crow in Shifting Sandlands. This enemy here will take Mario's hat, and every like a couple of seconds, Mario will start to drain health because he doesn't have his hat. It's like his hat is his source of his power. But if you kill the enemy, it will give you back Mario's hat on the ground. I didn't really get a chance to kind of show its like what the hat looks like static on the ground. So yeah, I always thought that was kind of interesting, kind of a cool mechanic when you really think about it. Dude, seriously, take the hat, okay? I'll kill you. There's a hat static on the ground, so that's kind of what it looks like when it's on the ground there. But if you go over there and pick it up, Mario gets his hat back. But yeah, I thought that was kind of a cool mechanic. I didn't really get a chance to show this off. It only shows up really like later episodes of Peanut Park that you don't even really need to be here on the beach. So I didn't even get a chance to show these enemies off. I just thought they were kind of neat. Serena Beach doesn't have anything that I haven't shown off, but there was like one big thing I kind of wanted to talk about here, and it's kind of just in relation to the map here in Serena Beach. Serena Beach has a like the layout of the map. I'll show a picture up on the screen. The layout of Serena Beach, it looks like a GameCube controller. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like the outside of Serena Beach on the map, it's shaped like a GameCube controller. So I always thought that was kind of weird and kind of neat. I wouldn't say it's weird. I really like the attention to detail, how much dedication. You could definitely tell this is a GameCube game with how many references to the GameCube that this game has. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. That's pretty much it for Sharina Beach. I kind of showed off everything else. I showed off the Easter egg of Luigi's Mansion in there and everything else, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all the other, like, secrets from the levels itself I wanted to show off that I thought were interesting. There is something to do with Pianta Village that I kind of want to show off, but I'll show that off here in a minute. But yeah, Noki Bay doesn't really have anything I want to show off, and Pianta Village I'm going to show off here in a minute. The last couple things are in relation to Delfino Plaza. I think if I remember correctly, there is a couple things in Delfino Plaza I thought was pretty neat that I hadn't really showed off yet. If we come down here to the beach, down here where we got the thing here, if we kind of look for it, right there. Yeah, you probably saw the outline here. There's actually a secret sewer system in here that has an extra life here if you want to get an extra life and a couple extra coins. You kind of have to search for it. You kind of can see it in the sewer systems in general if you do that. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So yeah, there's also a, like, if we look at a certain thing, and I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off, but like one of the towers, if we kind of like clip in, we'll be able to see a hidden rocket nozzle box for whatever reason. Let me go find the tower. I know where it's at. It's on this building. If we come up here to this building and kind of get to a certain spot here, and we kind of like get up to this part of the building here and kind of like get onto the side and try not to fall off. Get over on this side of the building here, and we switch over to here and like that, and kind of clip the camera into the in the building here. You can kind of see it, but if we clip the camera inside the building, actually it might be better if I get like inside the building like this. There we go. We look up. You can see there's a secret rocket nozzle up there in this building. I think it's a coating left over from when the game was being developed. But yeah, there's like a rocket nozzle box inside this building, and you cannot get it. You can see it, obviously, but you cannot reach this rocket nozzle thing. I always thought that was kind of weird and whatnot, but I just couldn't remember what building it was. But yeah, that's kind of it for like Delfino Plaza I wanted to show off. The other things I wanted to show off involved me booting up a fresh save file, so give me just a moment. I don't think I've ever showed this tutorial off right at the beginning of the game, but Flood kind of gives you, he gives you like little like tidbits on how to clean off the ends at the very beginning of the game. I didn't really kind of go over that, so I kind of wanted to, I guess, amend myself for the first episode, so. Peach doesn't like getting sprayed with water. I never really got a chance to spray Peach with water. Usually whenever, like at the beginning of the game, she usually has her parasol and she would block your water shots, but like at the beginning of the game, she kind of just like, oh god, what are you doing? And of course, Toadsworth is just like, yada blah 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 blah, like he normally does. I always love that when he does that. Okay, so now that we've kind of booted up into the game, we got to the point where we're, you know, asked to go to the first, basically where Rico Harbor is. There's one thing I didn't really get the chance to really talk about during this Let's Play, and I thought was kind of an interesting thing throughout the scenario, is there's a resident of Isle Delfino that was stuck on an island, and I mentioned this whenever the flood happened at the end of the game. There is a resident that was stuck on this island for a long time. We come over here and swim over to the island at the beginning of the game, and this happens anytime you can talk to him anytime after, before the flood happens at the end of the game. So we talk to him, he says, I was shipwrecked and washed up here for 3 years ago. I have to think how far, about the far shore, but I can't swim. Never left this little island. Isn't that just awful? Yeah, this poor guy has been stuck on this island. He's so close to the island itself. And he could just practically yell across there for help. But he's been stuck on this island for 3 years. How in the world has he survived for 3 years on here? It's just like the movie Castaway. You know, he's got, but he doesn't have a volleyball Dane Wilson to kind of just keep him company. But, I mean, he's so close to the island, it's not even funny. He could practically yell for help, and I'm sure somebody would have helped him. But yeah, this guy literally has been stuck here the entire time. For 3 years and whatnot. And the only way he gets back is at the end of the game when he gets flooded, washed ashore from a flood. That's kind of funny. So it's kind of terrible, like, irony and everything. And then at the end of the game, he's like, I kind of miss my island. It's kind of funny. The airstrip's over there. I didn't even really notice the airstrip was over there. But yeah, that's the one thing I kind of didn't really talk about during the Let's Play is that guy in particular, because I thought that particular NPC was pretty noticeable, because he just talked about how pitiful he is, and he does have some sort of resolution at the end of the game, and that's pretty neat. The last thing I wanted to kind of show off in this game involves Pianta Village, and it's at the beginning of the game. I did mention that you can technically go to Pianta Village as your first Shine Sprite. You don't even have to go and do the main objective at Bianco Hills. You could go straight to Pianta Village right now if you wanted to. You just kind of bounce off here and just gonna kind of spray up here, get up to the back, and then we're just gonna do that little trick that we did before in order to get up there. We don't even need rocket nozzle to get up here, so we're just gonna jump up here. You can even clean off the shine gate. Now, granted, you won't be able to get the shine sprite because you do need rocket nozzle in order to get that. But you just come up here and just, you know, just climb up all the way up here and try to get it as well as I can, but you know how I am. There we go. Okay, so yeah, you could get up here and just access Pianta Village right off the beginning of the game. And they don't even, like, zoom in to show you. It just goes straight to Pianta Village. And you can do the first Shine Sprite. So let's do the first Shine Sprite, because you're probably wondering, well, shoot, you're doing things way out of order. Also, I found out my glitch that I usually find up here. If you do here and do this... Well, hold on a second. Let me do the... I pull this glitch off quite often. If you do your sliding maneuver on the bridge here, you'll clip right through it. Yeah, so as much as you don't think it's like, oh, I want to use my sliding technique in order to go fast, that's, yeah, you got to be careful with that. But yeah, I'll pull the bridge right here, and for whatever reason, they don't, like, that animation of Mario coming out of the pipe is weird. Because you would think that normally whenever you finish Pianta Village, you just, you know, you spawn out here like that. But, like, you spawned all the way out here whenever you're doing this out of order, which is kind of funny. Okay, so we got our first Shine Sprite in Pianta Village. So we did the first Shine Sprite in Pianta Village as our, you know, first actual Shine Sprite. And, yeah, the game still's like, hey, go over here. But, like, yeah, it's just like, it does that. Like, I love that it just doesn't know what to do with Mario, because technically Mario is not supposed to be here yet. But yeah, that's pretty much that. That's pretty much all the stuff I wanted to show off in this game that I hadn't really showed off and whatnot. Yeah, I love this game. I love this game to death, and I love, like, researching about this game a lot, and I kind of wanted to share a lot of stuff that I kind of found out with this game in particular. And I do appreciate everybody, you know, liking the videos and whatnot, and appreciating the Let's Play in general. I worked really hard on this, and it's one of my favorite games to play over and over again. Yeah, I know it has its problems, and it's very apparent, especially how many times I've had problems with Mario's movements and stuff like that. Especially, it hasn't aged quite the wellest of the Mario games. But I still love this game to death. It has really fluid movement, and I really just love playing it all the time. It's my favorite summer type game, if you couldn't tell. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for Mario Sunshine. I had a blast playing this game for you guys, and I had a blast doing everything for you. So, with that, I will see you guys in the next video I do. Take care, everyone, and have a very, very good vacation, Mario.
Do